off right now, and I'm trying to do my hair. But we are going to a water park today. Because I've heard a lot about this one, and I've never been because it opened like after I moved and stuff. What?
I said water.
So we're going today. I figured,
Oh man, I said water.
I really needed to get out of the house because I'm doing really, really, really bad mentally. Having a really hard time with stuff mentally. So yeah, I needed to get out and do something fun. I didn't really get to enjoy the pools at the beach much because we were doing other stuff. So I wanted to spend a whole day at a water park doing nothing but being in the water and swimming. So that's what we're gonna do. But yeah, I'm just like stuck in this weird like place where literally all I want to do is like lay in bed all day, every day, and like I'm just not feeling well. I'm not doing well. I'm failing on like all of my responsibilities, and I'm falling behind on so much stuff. I don't even really know how to explain it. It's just there's so much going on right now, and I'm sick of not being able to eat because like everything makes me sick. I'm sick of feeling sick all the time and everything. I'm sick of being under so much stress. I'm sick of not having my own house. I am like feeling a lot of emotions and a lot of regrets about leaving Ohio because of the situation that it put us in now. Like I obviously had my reasons for wanting to leave Ohio, and Christopher like dropped everything and left everything he had in Ohio to move down here with us to make our relationship work, and like it just seems like it's gonna make things worse because now that he transferred to this local and moved down here, there's no work here, and there probably won't be work here much, like ever. So that means that he's gonna have to travel for work. We're already in the position where it's starting, where he has to travel. So basically right now he is working to get sent to a job in Florida, in Port St. Lucie, which is about just under 8 hours, so almost the same distance to where we were in Ohio, so it sucks. And it's just like a very stressful situation because I have to be here for OB appointments and stuff like that, but like this job is looking like it could last until October. So that's end of June, beginning of July through October of him being in Florida. And that's too far of a drive. It's not like he can like visit on weekends or anything because he's gonna be working 5 to 6 days a week, and it's too far away for him to visit when he's off. Like that's just not possible. So that could possibly be like, what is that, 4 months? July, August, September. Yeah, that could possibly be 4 months where we didn't see each other at all. So we're trying to make it work where me and the kids go with him, so that we don't have to be apart that whole time. And it's like we can kind of make that work right now because my OB appointments will be spaced out enough, but I still, like, it's still stressful thinking about having to bring the kids and me back monthly and whatnot to go to OB appointments and stuff. And like once we hit October, that means we've got like 2 months to prepare for this new baby, and like we need to have a house by then. We gotta start buying stuff by then. And in the future, like it's not always gonna be possible for us to travel with him. Like when I'm close to my due date, or when I have a fresh newborn, or stuff like that. So like it's just not always going to be a possibility.
How did I forget my shoes?
For us to travel with him, so that means we could be apart for a lot of time. And it's just very stressful to think about. After everything. It's decent enough. I suck at French braiding, but my hair's dirty. I wanted it out of the way. What color do you want, London?
I said purple.
You want purple, you want grape? Ashton, what color do you want? You want watermelon or strawberry?
Is it cold? She looked at me and went,
Is it good? London, stay on your butt. Stay on your butt. Now go get your Crocs on.
Careful.
Go. Ashlyn. Hey.
Jesus. You're red as fuck.
bought an air conditioning unit because we just couldn't stand the miserable heat anymore. But we had to rearrange my room in order to do that, but my room was an absolute disaster. I filmed a little bit of it, and I couldn't decide if I was going to post it or not because it was terrible and probably a little embarrassing. I mean, I say probably, but it's just like, I fully believe in showing like the reality of things, and the reality of that was my depression was out of control to the point that I couldn't. Okay, well, my camera battery died, so I'm switching over to my phone. I have no idea where any of my other batteries are. I have no idea where most things are. But as I was saying, my depression got out of control. I wasn't getting anything done in the room, especially like leaving and coming back and being in Ohio and having suitcases and everything like that. It just got really out of hand. Majority of the problem was laundry. That was like the biggest issue, was there was just dirty clothes everywhere, clean clothes everywhere, to the point you didn't even know what was what. So I spent like 2 whole days getting all of the trash out, getting all of the toys out, moving furniture around, and doing laundry. But I ended up not finishing the laundry. So basically I probably have about 2 more loads that need to be washed. If you're sitting in my lap, you need to stay still. I have about 2 more loads that need to be washed. I have a basket full of the kids' pajamas that I didn't put away because I was waiting until I had all of the clean pajamas together so I could match them up. Because a lot of the stuff was so mixed together that I was having like a pair of pants but no shirt, and a shirt and no pants to all of their pajamas. So I just threw all of the clean pajamas that I had gone through into a basket for at the end. Once I have everything clean, I can go through and match them up. And then I have another basket that's full of stuff that goes on hangers. So that's all stuff that needs to be hung up. And then I have another tub full of clothes that I'm trying to put away that don't fit, or it's like winter clothes. And I've thrown everything into one basket, but honestly I need to go back through the basket and see what I'm going to be putting away to save for later, or what I'm just going to get rid of altogether. Right now I have one clean basket, and I'm gonna try and start that while I'm chatting. Even though Ashley's insisting on sitting on my lap for some reason. So yeah, I'm gonna start trying to get this clean stuff up. And I just started another load in the washer. And I also need to wash my bed sheets, but I don't think I'm gonna have time to do that today. Otherwise we're gonna have no sheets to sleep with. Like, see, these shorts don't fit me. And I don't know if I should keep my clothes. I don't know if I should save the pants that don't fit me right now, but aren't that small, to see if I could fit back into them, or if I should just screw it and get rid of them altogether. So yeah, there's that. I guess a little update on, well, one more point about this whole laundry situation is, a lot of the other problem is I don't have room for this stuff. I don't have enough hangers, I don't have enough closet space. Now add in that Christopher's here, so I have Christopher's clothes and literally nowhere to put them. I swapped dressers with the kids, so the kids took over the long dresser, I took over the tall dresser, and things just don't fit well into it. And it's like my drawers were starting to get stuffed full, and I still have 3 more loads to put away, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with this stuff? And I just gave up. So that's how we ended up here. I have like a million different containers of socks that don't have a match yet. So there's just a lot going on with all of this stuff. I have been trying to get in contact with the OB that I chose for the past like 2 weeks, and I could never get through to anyone. Finally got through to someone this morning and tried to set up my first appointment. However, the soonest availability that they have for me is July 25th, and it is currently Thursday. I don't know why I said Thursday, that doesn't matter. It is currently June 16th, so that is over a month away before I can see a doctor for the first time this pregnancy. I've not seen a doctor because I made an appointment with my OB in Ohio, but then we ended up leaving before the appointment, so I had to cancel it. we weren't in Ohio for the scheduled appointment, which was supposed to be end of May. But we were already in South Carolina. So we got to South Carolina and I had to get insurance squared away for here. So then once I finally did that and tried finding an OB, I spent 2 weeks trying to get someone on the phone and never could, just kept being stuck on hold for forever. Finally got through to someone today, and like I said, no availability until July 25th. So I am currently, what's today? Thursday. So I'm 12 weeks and 2 days right now. The appointment will be the day before I turn 18 weeks. So that means that I will not be able to see a doctor until I am practically 18 weeks pregnant. And that is so ridiculous. And I hate that because I'm already struggling a lot with like anxiety about not knowing what's going on. I mean, I've had 2 ultrasounds because we went to those elective ultrasound places. So I had the first one, couldn't hear the heartbeat, so we had a free voucher to come back to try again. So we did go to 2 ultrasounds, but it wasn't like an actual doctor's office. You don't get any information, you literally just get to see the baby for 10-15 minutes, hear the heartbeat, and that's it. So everything was fine when I went to those. The first time we weren't able to hear it, but we did see it. The second time we heard the heartbeat and everything looked good. The baby was measuring basically right with my my due date based off of my last period. But I haven't had an ultrasound since I was 7 weeks, and I'm now 12 weeks. So it's been like 5 weeks since my last ultrasound, and I've honestly just been feeling really anxious about stuff and worried. I have an at-home Doppler to try and like ease my worries a little bit, but honestly it hasn't been helping all that much. The heartbeat that I find one on 2 complete opposite sides of my stomach, and they sound just about the same. So I don't know, they don't necessarily, like my heartbeat Doppler for some reason won't read the actual number. It like just skips around or says no number at all. So it won't give me like the actual heart rate. And see, I'm like throwing out a lot of clothes that are just stained beyond repair. The actual, what are these? Oh my goodness. The actual heart rate, it won't tell me the actual heart rate. Are these Josh's? They've got to be Josh's, because they're not ours. See, I'm getting overwhelmed and I just want to give up and not even try doing this. And that's why my room keeps turning into a mess. I actually am trying to like get the energy and force myself. I'm trying to find the energy and motivation to actually get stuff done today. And everything is setting me off to the point where I just want to say screw it and just lay in bed and do nothing. My grandma had people out here all day yesterday working on the internet because it is very weak and everyone's stuff buffers. So they were supposed to be getting like an upgrade or something. So AT&T was here all day yesterday working on it, and it did absolutely nothing. Internet still sucks, and their stuff keeps buffering, keeps turning off, not loading, blah blah blah. So then they freak out, stress me out. See, every 2 seconds. I'm not sure that it sounds quite like fast enough, because usually a baby's heart rate is a lot faster than like an adult's, and like when it will occasionally give me a reading and it's around like the teens to 120s, I think, if it's accurate at all. And I just don't know if it sounds fast enough to be a baby's heart rate. Christopher, like I've mentioned, Christopher got a job offer in this place in Florida. He's supposed to be there like the 20th. We still haven't gotten like final word on if he's being hired in or not, but he already booked and paid for a full month at this hotel. Well, it's not actually a hotel, it's like a cabin on a lake. It's like a private cabin or whatever that we found, and he already booked and paid for it and everything for a whole month. So hopefully they do end up hiring him in. Otherwise we might be out about $2,500. But originally I was like, well, my insurance goes into effect July 1st. Hopefully I'll get an appointment that first week. There's no point in me going all the way to Florida for 2 weeks just to have to come right back. So I was like, me and the kids will stay here while you go down, and then we'll come up right after my appointment. But now that my appointment is over a month away, I have to decide if I want to wait over a month here by myself and then go to Florida after, like the original plan, or if I want to just go ahead and go to Florida the same time as him and have to come back up in a little over a month. So I have to decide that. And then also, hang on a second, let me look at something. He says that he thinks I should just go ahead and go down with him, but I wanted to look at this. The ultrasound place that I went to in Cleveland, Ohio, for those 2 ultrasounds has like branches in a couple of other places, so I wanted to check and see if they have one in Florida, and maybe I could just go there again just for a little bit of peace of mind in between now and when I finally do get an appointment. Let's see, I see Jacksonville, Miami, Orlando, Tampa, West Palm Beach, which I don't know if that is that is Florida. So they have West Palm, Tampa, Orlando, Miami, and Jacksonville, Florida. So maybe if and when I get to the cabin, like if I do decide to go ahead and go now, maybe once I get there I'll figure out which city we're closest to, and then we can just go to that place and just have to pay for an ultrasound just to get a little bit of peace of mind to hold me off until I have my actual appointment. But like I said, I have to decide if I want to go ahead and go now and come back later. A lot to think about, very stressed out, not having a good time right now. Like I literally just wish that I could lay in bed and do absolutely nothing all day, every day. The best way that I can describe how I feel is if you think about Twilight. I don't remember specifically which Twilight it is. Maybe New Moon, I don't know. But it's the scenes in Twilight. It makes me think, like the way that I feel is like in Twilight, after Edward left, and it shows the months where Bella just like sits in that chair and stares out of the window as all the months go by, and it's just like time is passing by and she's just sitting there depressed and feeling however. That's basically how I feel. I feel like I just want to lay in bed in a ball and do absolutely nothing. I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to lay in bed and watch time go by. That's how I feel right now. And it is so frustrating because I want to be excited for this baby and I want to enjoy my pregnancy and I want to be happy and stuff like that. But there is just so much going on and so much like I don't have control over, and it is driving me insane and makes me just really stressed out and miserable. I hate not having my own house. I need my own house. I'm tired of being here. There's so much stuff going on that I'm not even gonna talk about, but I just hate being here and I want my own freaking house. But we can't buy a house until Christopher gets pay stubs. And then if we do buy a house, like say he goes and works in Florida for a month, then we get those pay stubs and we go to the bank and we get approved for something, then that means I would have to come back here by myself to move into the house and then be away from Christopher for months at a time, like right now, because what's the point in buying a house and paying a mortgage if no one's even living there? But at the same time, I'm worried that we're gonna go spend these months in Florida traveling, and then when this job's over, we're not gonna have enough time to find a house, and then we don't have a place to bring this baby home to, because I am not bringing a baby home to this house. There's no freaking way. So there's the whole housing situation. There's the whole, now it's like Christopher's gonna have to travel for basically his whole career situation, and that's gonna be really hard on me and the kids and everyone. But then it's like, I don't know if I said this yesterday when I was filming, but I just am trying, like I'm struggling with the thoughts of regret from leaving Ohio, because I know why I wanted to leave Ohio. I was sick of being like isolated there. I had no friends, I had no family, I had no time to myself, and it was just really hard on me mentally and physically in so many ways, and I needed that to change. I needed to have people around that could help me out and just whatever else like that. Here, at least we have family and people that we can be close to. We can throw birthday parties for our kids. We have somewhere that we can take the kids for a date night or for overnights even. Like, we just have a lot more support here that I felt like I needed, because I was just doing everything alone in Ohio, and I was alone in Ohio, and it was really hard for me. So I moved down here by myself, obviously, and then when Christopher and I got back together, it was, I told him that there was no way that I was going to work things out with him if it meant moving back to Ohio, because I didn't want things to go back to how they were in Ohio. So he agreed to move to South Carolina to work on things in our relationship, and so that's what we did. And now it's just like I feel like I regret it, and then I feel guilty because like I made him do that. I mean, I didn't make him, because he's an adult, he made his own choices, he agreed to do it, but it's like I feel like I made this into our reality, like saying that we had to live here to work on our relationship. And then it's like, sure, we have friends and family here and we can go out and do stuff by ourselves, but we gave up our house, we gave up his career and his job security, so now we're just stuck here with no house, and with the news that he's probably going to have to travel for basically his entire career, and that is going to put a huge strain on us. But it's too late to do anything now. We're just trying to work with what we've got, but it freaking sucks, and I'm miserable. And I don't know how or when it's going to get any better, because all I can think about is all of the months that he's going to be traveling in the future, and I'm going to be at home with 2 free kids by myself, and that's technically out of his control because he has to go where the work is. Otherwise, how is he going to provide for his family? But then it's just like, I'm trying to be like more positive about things, but it's just really hard for me, especially with what's going on and how things are right now. I'm really struggling with staying positive about anything,